No muted microphones.
No knee-jerk reactions to polls.
Just vibes. This is Vibes Only, the podcast that promises to check the vibes of American politics every week. And the vibes this week.
I've never seen a starker contrast in presentation from two candidates in any debate, in any type of contest, in any political race.
We'll play Thanksgiving, pull up our group chat, but first we're going to get right into it and give you our hot takes on this debate. Let's go.
Cooked.
She ate that one little thing, as they say on TikTok. And by one little thing, I mean the entire thing.
The entire thing. Wow. That was epic. My phone is blowing up. The internet is losing it. Okay, we have a lot to talk about. I feel like let's start with the fun stuff and we'll get into some of the meatier things. Most viral moment from the entire night, go.
The transgender aliens getting surgery at criminal jails? Like, what did he even say? It didn't make any sense.
Period. I think other than just the reaction face, which was absolutely
priceless.
A whole moment in and of itself, President Trump got fired by 81 million Americans. And I think he's having a hard time processing that.
Donald Trump was fired by 81 million people. So let's be clear about that. And clearly he is having a very difficult time processing that.
Yeah, he just lied. He kept lying. And
The dogs.
Like, he was asked a question. Yeah. What was he even talking about?
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets.
The number of cat dog memes that have been birthed into the world tonight are like astronomical. We're going to get a solid week, maybe a few weeks of very iconic pet related content. I already got like 5 tonight.
Yeah,
like,
and that
I think are incredible.
That stemmed from like the racist conspiracy theory that popped up on Twitter in the last 24 hours, correct?
Yes, right.
A literal dog whistle.
The frequency of the lies is really intense in formats like this for Trump. When he's being like boxed into corners on things, he just like lies literally 30 times a minute to like get out of it. And it's so hard to like pin down which of those things you want to chase. I thought she did a good job of not trying to take the bait every time, of like trying to actually live fact check him, because you just can't.
No.
On the other hand, she set some incredible traps for him. Probably
it was great.
Most notably, the comment in her answer on immigration about his rally size.
I'm going to actually do something really unusual, and I'm going to invite you to attend one of Donald Trump's rallies, because it's a really interesting thing to watch. You will see during the course of his rallies, he talks about fictional characters like Hannibal Lecter. He will talk about windmills cause cancer. And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom. And I will tell you, the one thing you will not hear him talk about is you. You will not hear him talk about your needs, your dreams, and your desires. And I'll tell you, I believe you deserve a president who actually puts you first. And I pledge to you that I will.
Absolutely sent him into a tailspin where he completely diverted to that topic to protect his ego and left basically like home base, which again is supposed to be a winning issue for him, undefended, because she had such a strong answer on him killing the bill that would have added 1,500 border agents and all of these judges.
We've talked about many times on this pod.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I thought that was really strong. Not only did she do it on that, she also did it when she talked about his daddy giving him $400 million versus her personal narrative of growing up middle class.
He wasn't even able to debunk. He was just like, it was less than that. It was less than. It's like, okay, well, you got to be more clear. Less than $400 million could be $40,000 or it could be $4 million.
No, it was hundreds of millions. It was hundreds of millions. It's literally giving the debate from Parks and Rec, where it's Leslie Knope versus the rich son of the hometown company's owner. Oh my God, incredible. Bobby Newport, come on now.
Also, I kind of lost it when she asked him the question on abortion and he ended up talking about student loans.
Yeah, my group chat said she should have started every answer by saying, and that was his answer on climate. And that was his answer on healthcare, because you literally couldn't ever tell what he was supposed to be talking about.
Yeah, you couldn't follow. And he just was full of shit. He was talking about how the Biden administration, like we all know, tried to cancel student loans. The conservative Supreme Court that has 3 justices that Donald Trump cheated his way to have said no. So the administration went back and figured out another way to do it. It has canceled almost $170 billion of student loan for close to 5 million Americans.
Right.
What are you talking about? I will say I appreciated that ABC, the anchors, did snap back and would state the facts before they pivoted to the next question when he was very egregious.
There is no state in this country where it is legal to kill a baby after it's born. Madam Vice President, I want to get your response.
I will say about the anchors, our moderators, where was the moderation and where was the mute button? I want to see a runtime of Trump's overall talking time versus Kamala's.
Yeah.
Because, baby, he talked whenever he wanted to talk.
Yeah, and they would turn his mic on. He would be talking and they would turn his mic on. I'm like, why are you turning his mic on? The rule was they both had to be talking for the mics to turn on. Yeah,
that was bonkers. I do think that it hurt him, ultimately, which is what we knew from the very beginning, is that he was successfully goaded into being as unhinged as he is. I was getting texts from literal Republicans, particularly in Ohio, that were saying they couldn't believe how incoherent he was. And it was just belligerent. And I think that not muting the mics gave more that effect. And the fact that he seemed to just ramble forever on these random things that were unrelated to each other and illogical also added to the sense that he was talking for a majority of the time. But I would like to see the stats on that. I'm sure someone has the number somewhere.
You know what I'm using loved and I didn't actually love it, but it was just very rich, was when he was questioned about January 6th and he said that he had nothing to do with it.
Is there anything you regret about what you did on that day? Yes or no?
I had nothing to do with that other than they asked me to make a speech. I showed up for a speech. I said, I think it's going to be big.
It's no, bro, you rallied them. You rallied them to scream, hang Mike Pence. And then when he closed it off and was like, J6, I'm like, oh, you got a nickname for it. You're cozy. You're cozy with that date.
Yeah, I thought that answer was really egregious. She then responded and said she is here for people who stand for country and stand for democracy and the rule of law.
For everyone watching who remembers what January 6th was, I say we don't have to go back. Let's not go back. We're not going back. It's time to turn the page. And if that was a bridge too far for you, well, there is a place in our campaign for you.
And I thought her answer on that and let's put an end to the chaos was a particularly strong response from her to hold him to account. Let's talk about the segment on reproductive rights. It was early on in the night. It was especially spicy. Trump was trying to set a world record for the number of lies and focused heavily on the non-existent Democrats murdering babies after birth or in the 9th month.
And falsely claiming that all Democrats wanted Roe v. Wade given to the states. All people, all Republicans, all Democrats. No, that's not true.
Right. And Roe v. Wade obviously being wildly popular in both parties, like most people.
Over 70%. Yeah.
He did debut a bit of a new strategy here where he was really focused on saying that the people would decide, that it wasn't even just it's a states issue. It was a step beyond that. It was him saying, oh, we're going to give it back to the people and they're going to vote. He highlighted Kansas and Ohio as examples. As
extremely liberal examples.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I'm
extremely liberal Ohio, which is getting more conservative by the day. No offense, Brian.
Well, no, he won Ohio twice by 8 points. And so the idea that that's somehow a liberal state is laughable. So again, showing the bipartisan nature of Roe v. Wade being a common popular standard. I think that his overemphasis on putting it on people is such a straw man argument. Because number one, a majority of the country cannot have citizen-initiated ballot referendums in their state. That is only a state-by-state option, and a majority of the country doesn't have it. And so the idea that like, oh, this is on you, it's actually on the voters and they can decide, is not accurate. It's on these Republican state legislatures that are passing the most extreme bans and then gerrymandering to keep themselves in office to protect themselves from the will of the people. So I did want her to take him to task on that. But like overall, I have to say like her response on repro was incisive and incredibly human. And she really focused on like the human toll of his abortion bans in the states and of his legacy of overturning Roe versus Wade and taking away women's constitutional right to bodily autonomy.
Yeah.
The other moment that I was just going to go to Vance.
Oh, you got to check with JD? You got to check with JD. Did you even talk to your vice president?
That was wild. I have not seen a president throw their vice president under the bus so publicly before.
Crazy.
Like, notice the difference in there were specific situations where Vice President Harris differs with Biden, but she would never just be like, well, that was his thing and that's his problem and I'm going to do it differently. Meanwhile, he was like, JD and I never talked about that. Don't know her. Don't know what she's talking about.
JD Vance has said that you would veto if it did come to your desk.
Well, I didn't discuss it with JD. In all fairness, JD, and I don't mind if he has a certain view, but I think he was speaking for me, but I really didn't. Look, we don't have to discuss it.
No unity. That was something that the VP chipped at a little bit tonight, which was like all of your staff members basically hate you and don't endorse you and talk about how bad you are for this country.
That was another one that really got under his skin. She listed all those Republicans. She talked about Liz and Dick Cheney. She was talking about all these people in his administration. She had exact quotes from his former cabinet members who are now saying that he's a threat to democracy. And that's the kind of stuff that like rolls off the tongue and you're like, oh, wow, that's great. The amount of prep that it takes when you're on that level of adrenaline to remember the exact quote from John Bolton or whatever is like really impressive.
Yeah, that was a really powerful moment when she like looked to camera essentially and talked to everyone who feels like they have been abandoned and betrayed by the Republican Party since the MAGA movement has taken hold. And you have to hope, I'm curious to see how many people tuned in. You have to hope that they heard her and believe her.
Yeah.
I also, to that point, I was thinking about that when she brought up the tiki torches.
Yeah.
And I was like, say that again. Like, she really did just have like an almanac in her brain of the MAGA map of like all these insidious things that the movement has done to this country and was able to go into her headspace and pull them out. I was very impressed.
Yeah. I do just want to point out that overall, in addition to like lots of lies, which was expected, Trump's point of view on everything that he talked about was dark. It is very dark. And I don't think that people like get to hear it all packaged up in that way very often. But he literally said, America is, quote, a nation that is dying.
That part, I literally got up to walk to the restroom when he started saying that, and I stopped and I walked back to my TV and I was like, then leave, Donald Trump. Leave. We don't want you. If you don't believe in this country, he is so anti-American and anti-patriotic that should have lit a fire under everyone's ass.
100%.
And he couldn't even say when he was asked point blank, do you want Ukraine to win this war? Never said yes.
Right. That was also pretty wild to me. And
I'm jumping all over. But yeah.
No, I agree. She got him on it too. She said, like, he says this war is going to end because the minute you give him the keys, he's going to hand over anything that Putin wants to Putin.
Right. It would be over.
And he said in his own words. Yeah.
Yeah. But thank you for highlighting that, because that was even a moment for me. It's like, then why are you here, dude? Why are you here?
Yeah, he talked about immigrants destroying the country, that we would be, quote, Venezuela on steroids. Like, it is a very dark and backwards looking view of America. Like, it is inherently saying that America is, that our best days are behind us, essentially.
Totally.
That the only way is to go back to him. And when she picked We're Not Going Back weeks ago, it just captured it so well. I can imagine if you are locked in your house and you watch a lot of Fox News, that honestly Trump did very well tonight. And I'm not saying that that's no one. Like, that is, there are millions of people that like that is real for, who believe when Fox runs a story that Colorado is being taken over by Venezuelan gangs or like whatever. And I think that like Trump was playing to those people. But that is his mistake, is that he thinks that those are the people that are going to get him elected, and they're not. That is not the median voter in Pennsylvania. That was not the median voter in Michigan. And I think that at the end of the day, Kamala Harris had that person literally at the front of her mind the whole time. She was looking dead into the camera and saying, do you want someone who cares about you? I have served the people for my entire career, and that is what I'm promising to do as president. Or do you want someone who has always been a billionaire and will always be a billionaire looking out for other billionaires?
And like a confirmed narcissist who only cares about himself. Oh, whoa. Breaking news.
Breaking news what?
Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala Harris.
Period. Wow. Oh my God. Where's my push notification?
Because this is my Pop Crave.
Not Pop Crave breaking the news again.
No, Pop Base.
Wait, I'm confirming. We're fact checking live. Where do you guys see this? I see nothing.
She signed it, a childless cat lady, and used a photo of herself with one of her cats.
This is gonna break the internet. If anyone is gonna decide who wins the debate, Taylor Swift is not a bad arbiter. It's giving.
Brian, did you see that the VP was doing some road stops this weekend, and she went to she was in Pennsylvania, and this is also why I really like her. She went to a spice store that's so niche. You know she cooks, right? If she's going into a spice store.
Yes, and instead of behaving like normal humans, Fox News is obviously having a meltdown about her visiting said spice shop.
So couldn't wait to get out of that hotel there. But it's not just any spice store, you guys, that she stopped at. The vice president stopped at Penzeys Spices in downtown Pittsburgh. What's Penzeys? It's a nationwide chain that's become pretty well known for posting about politics, often attacking the GOP. Take a look at this, okay? Penzeys just recently offered customers a discount to celebrate Trump's indictment. They sent that out in an email, branding the spice Justice, saying re-indicted, and it feels so good. But
Yum.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm like, I bet that tastes good. I'm going to buy some. It's giving free advertising.
Literally. Thank you. It's like now more people are going to go buy that.
Wait, I love that Kamala is normal and cooks and knows how to knows her way around a kitchen and a dinner menu. It's giving Ina Garden.
It is giving someone who knows what food costs. Someone who goes to the grocery store, or at least sends the list and sees the bill.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah, she probably doesn't shop while she's in the White House, but she definitely grocery shops before, and she will again when she leaves.
Well, when she found out that she was going to become the nominee, she was cooking for her family, and she got the call, and she was cooking up Sunday dinner or whatever, or Saturday dinner. And she was like, okay. So, I mean, it is super wow, someone who actually lives a life and knows things. Well, our group chats have obviously been on fire, un fuego, because it's the hottest night to be texting. But what else is going on in your group chat? What's been popping off this week?
My group chats have been heavily dominated by my bestie, Benj Pasek, securing an Emmy, which got him his EGOT, Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. And that's been blowing up.
Yeah, that's major. I mean, that's world news. Him and his writing partner, Justin Paul, have now secured, before the age of 40, EGOT status. Actually, I have to do a shameless plug because Benj and Justin wrote a song for us in 2020 called Actually Vote. You can find it on YouTube. It is an absolute bop.
Just show up and you're gonna be the GOAT if you actually vote.
It really is.
It really is. They're extremely gifted. Yeah.
performed by Keke Palmer.
Oh yeah, my Keke Palmer, the Keke Palmer,
my favorite celebrity of all time.
Yeah, snaps for them, because that's just like, and they're also, very kind, generous, lovely people, which just is the cherry on top.
No one deserves it more. Yeah, I'm so proud of him. Other than that, I feel like my group chats have been like full of all the crazy conspiratorial shit that Trump has sort of been spewing. He's like really spiraling, as we've talked about, but he's now like threatening to jail election officials.
I haven't even seen this.
No, he's literally saying that if he doesn't win, he's going to put everyone in jail when he takes power anyway. It's like very unhinged.
He's unwell, truly unwell.
My group chat was also all about the Super Bowl halftime show announcement. How are you feeling about Kendrick Lamar?
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm hyped. I think that people might be surprised, but I'm like a huge Kendrick Lamar fan.
I'm a little surprised. What's your favorite Kendrick song?
Mad City, I think, is the greatest rap song of all time.
Okay.
Of all time. It's highly like parental advisory required if you go listen to it.
On Vibes Only, yeah.
But I can basically like rap the whole thing. It's so good. Also, can we just give a shout out to like the importance of having a great group chat? Because when you really need help, it's the group chat that you go to. Like if you need emotional help, you call a friend or whatever. But like when you need someone to like pick you up or like help you out in a tough spot, it's like the group chat that comes to the rescue.
Yeah. Give me an example.
Yeah. I found out after Call of Business on Friday, I worked late and found out that the event that I was attending the next day was black tie, that I thought was just business professional. And I was leaving on a train at like 9 a.m. the following day. So I had literally zero time. And I put an entire fit together that actually fit me perfectly in a tux in like 2 hours, 3 hours, because the group chat came through. I was like, who has a tux in my size ready to go right now?
Literally dry cleaned, ready to go.
Right. And boom, happened. I got shoes from someone. I got a tux from someone. And the group chat really came through for me.
Okay. I would say women can do that too, but I think our sizes just like vary so much more than men's. But maybe not. I mean, men are like tall, short.
I think it's less noticeable if men wear something that doesn't fit. Exactly.
Yeah, right. Like Tom Ford's not going to be at your table, like questioning your hemline.
Right. If I like don't have the exact break in my pant that I want, then that's okay. But like if your dress is like dragging on the floor like a train, then people are going to notice.
Yeah. Wait, I actually had someone in one of my group chats and then also a listener DM me. And this is around like political flair. So flags, signs, etc. And they both had similar circumstances where they like came back to their neighborhood and they saw all of these different yard signs pop up, and they are not Kamala yard signs. So one person had a bunch of like Kennedy signs pop up after Kennedy literally like said, "Oh, I'm not running and I'm going to help Donald Trump." So she was like, the fuck? What's going on? And then my other friend came back and there was like, and she lives in Florida, so like Kelsey Priest, but there was like all of these signs. So she like frantically DM'd me and she's like, where can I get the most loud, proud Harris Walls flag? And it turns out there's a lot of back orders. So like a lot of them are taking like 2 to 3 weeks to get to. People want them now. So if you're looking to open an Etsy shop and you're ready to start pumping out flags and signs, I think there's some people who would take them.
Weirdly, that's been in my group chat too. I definitely have like had people asking what they should put in their yard or in their window. I'm always a fan of the Nicki Minaj in front of the American flag. The barbs.
Someone has it in my neighborhood and I'm like, we know, okay, we see you.
Right. Because it's like, it's not the same as a Kamala sign, but like, we know.
Is it though?
You don't think all the barbs are Kamala stands?
You're right.
They definitely are.
I haven't. I could
be.
Hang, yeah, I know. I could hang. I mean, I do. This is actually a question for all Vibes Only listeners. What kind of like flair signs are you seeing in your neighborhood? Are you seeing when you go to your parents' neighborhood or a family member's neighborhood or a sibling's neighborhood as it compares to yours? I am seeing more and more yard signs. New Yorkers put them in their windows because we don't have yards. But yeah, I would love to hear what kind of flair you're seeing.
I'm going to order some and bring it on to next week's episode.
I want to get one that's like really obscure. That's like Irish Americans for Harris Walls or something.
I'm going to get one that's like birders for
no, okay,
Harris.
wow. Okay. You're a birder now? When did this happen? You hate birds. You literally are anti-bird. We know this. Everyone who listens to Vibes Only knows that you're anti-bird.
I love birds. And after watching that rock star performance, I feel like it's only fitting that we leave Vice President Harris with the last word on this episode. We're going to be talking for days and days about that debate, but I think that this summed it up perfectly.
So I think you've heard tonight two very different visions for our country. One that is focused on the future, and the other that is focused on the past, and an attempt to take us backward. But we're not going back. And I do believe that the American people know we all have so much more in common than what separates us, and we can chart a new way forward. And a vision of that includes having a plan, understanding the aspirations, the dreams, the hopes, the ambition of the American people, which is why I intend to create an opportunity economy, investing in small businesses, in new families, in what we can do around protecting seniors, what we can do that is about giving hardworking folks a break and bringing down the cost of living. I believe in what we can do together that is about sustaining America's standing in the world and ensuring that we have the respect that we so rightly deserve, including respecting our military and ensuring we have the most lethal fighting force in the world. I will be a president that will protect our fundamental rights and freedoms, including the right of a woman to make decisions about her own body and not have her government tell her what to do. I'll tell you, I started my career as a prosecutor. I was a DA, I was an attorney general, a United States senator, and now vice president. I've only had one client, the people. And I'll tell you, as a prosecutor, I never asked a victim or a witness, are you a Republican or a Democrat? The only thing I ever asked them, are you okay? And that's the kind of president we need right now. Someone who cares about you and is not putting themselves first. I intend to be a president for all Americans and focus on what we can do over the next 10 and 20 years to build back up our country by investing right now in you, the American people.
And those are all the vibes this week. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to get in touch and tell us what kinds of political signs you're seeing in your communities. You can text us your thoughts by clicking the link in the description or emailing us at vibes@couriernewsroom.com. Finally, do not freak out about any single poll that comes out this week or next or the one after that. If you find yourself worrying, do what Michelle Obama said and do something. And most importantly, keep tuning in to Vibes Only every week. And don't forget to follow and subscribe on your platform of choice. Catch you next Wednesday.
Vibes Only is a production of Courier, a civic media company that protects and strengthens our democracy through credible, fact-based journalism and seeks to create a more informed, engaged, and representative America. Vibes Only is produced by Deb Maroney with support from Courier's Kyle Tharp, R.C. DeMezzo, Daniel Strasburger, and Lucy Ritzman. Video editing is by Shane Verkest. Tara McGowan is founder and publisher of Courier.